Okay, I'm unmuted. I think the stream can hear us.
Can the stream hear us? I don't know.
Guys, can you hear us?
Stream, can you hear us? Can you hear us?
Okay, I'm gonna swap from the starting soon screen. So if I do this, oh, there we are. And then,
Hey, I know those guys.
can you see it? Is the stream updated? Are we there?
I think it's the YouTube delay. It's about
Oh god, we're gonna have such a big delay.
There we are on our thing.
Hello everybody in this stream. How are you guys going?
Oh look, we've got PC on the side there.
Oh.
Awesome.
Yeah. Wait.
Awesome.
Oh, hold on. I'll turn off PC's PNG tuber. Don't worry about Odd Dog on the side there, guys. He's not here. Don't worry about that.
Oh my god.
Okay. I'll do a little stream introduction for everyone here today. So as most of you probably are aware of, we have just released a big indie project we've been working on for a while now. Oh, we've already got a donation. Hello, Chili. Thank you for the greetings. So we just released a giant indie project we've been working on for the past 3 months. It is called The Backwards House. It is a comic me and Kifwin have been working on and a bunch of other people. So I direct the comic. No, no, it's heaps of people made this with us. So I direct the comic, and Kifwin here is the lead cleanup artist on the comic. So we will try and answer as many questions today as you guys have about the comic. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, let me swap our little thing here so I can show you guys. Look, we're gonna do a crazy animation. We can go down, we can go across, and we're gonna go up here. And god damn it, PC's there on the side. Don't worry about that. Okay, that's the stream I have pulled up.
Great jump, Sky.
So, The Backwards House it's a lot of things. First of all, it is a comic. It is a web comic with 2 chapters out right now that you can read on Global Comics. The links to everything about it will be in the description, but we just released the web comic. We've also got a animation, a little indie animation here, a little horror animation about like the intro of The Backwards House. We have got the comic dub, which covers all of chapter 1. We've got professional voice actors and editing for it, and this seems to be the thing people are really liking. It's got 150,000 views in the first 3 days. People are loving the comic dub. And most importantly, The Backwards House is currently running a Kickstarter to raise money to get more chapters out. Because if you actually take a look at the comic, I'll click on a random chapter here, for example. This might take a second to load.
Give us your money.
If you scroll all the way down to the end of the comic, you will see there's a bunch of people who work on it. So we've got about 6 artists who currently work on the comic. And for the comic dubs as well, we've got about 6 voice actors and an editor, and all of these people are paid to help me on the comic. So in order to keep paying them and keep working on this comic, we've started this Kickstarter to raise a bunch of money to keep making the comic. And the Kickstarter went a lot better than I expected it to. You can see I'll see if I can zoom in so you guys can see this a little bit better. But we've already got 190 backers, which is insane. We've raised 44,000 New Zealand dollars currently, which is way more than we need to keep making the comic. We've got a bunch of stretch goals. Yeah, for now. I'll tell you about the stretch goals we've reached. So if you go all the way down here. So everything that's X'd out, that stuff we've got funding for. So we're all the way up to, we have completed funding for all of Volume 1 of the comic. Which means after the Kickstarter ends this month or next month, I think it goes for like 20 more days or so, we will start releasing chapters of the comic every 2 weeks, and we will have about, I'm going to say 12 chapters for all of Volume 1 is how long it's going to be. That's what I've currently got written. That's what I've currently got planned. So after the Kickstarter ends, every 2 weeks, new chapter, all the way up until chapter 12, and we've got enough material for a full volume of a comic. That's what we've raised so far. We could raise even more by the end of this Kickstarter. The next stretch goal is to raise money to make a bunch more of the comic dubs, which people seem to really enjoy, and at the current pace, we are probably going to hit that goal. We're probably going to get a lot more comic dubs. which is awesome because I really like making the comic dubs. All the voice actors we work with are really cool. We got one of them in the VC right now, just muted, so they're listening here.
That's why Odd Dog appeared for just.
Yeah, that was the little. We were setting up PNG tubers for the VA stream. So if you actually look at the live channel, we've got 2 more streams coming up. So today we're just doing a basic Q&A, just answering any questions people have about the project, about the Kickstarter, about the dubs, anything like that. Tomorrow we'll be talking with all the voice actors. That's probably going to be more of a fun kind of yap sesh stream. And then the day after that, we'll be talking with all of the artists who work on the Backwards House. So that's when we'll go deep into like the production pipeline and everything. But yeah, Kifwin over here has been busy reading chat, taking screenshots of some of your guys' questions. So Kifwin, what is a question we should start off by answering?
I think a good question to start with is we've had quite a few people asking you about your inspirations behind the Backwards House.
My inspirations.
So I think we should dive into that a little bit.
That is a good question. I have seen heaps of people comparing the Backwards House to a bunch of things in the comments, and I'm going to say it right now, 90% of things you guys are comparing it to have definitely been an inspiration. So, one of the obvious things is Poppy Playtime Smiling Critters. When I first saw that concept of like these marketable, fluffy, colorful creatures that are actually kind of like a horror TV show, I really fell in love with that concept. That was a big inspiration for the Backwards House. A lot of people have been comparing it to The Amazing Digital Circus, which is another big indie show on YouTube where the main character gets stuck in a digital kind of area and they forget their name. That's definitely also a big inspiration. You can tell because the whole premise is to do with like forgetting your name and being stuck in this kind of place you want to get out of. Another interesting comparison I've seen is the anime Promise Neverland, which for those of you who don't know is an anime all about these children who are stuck in an orphanage, and their antagonist is the mother character who tries to keep them there against their will, and everyone's kind of like putting on a facade and acting so no one knows what anyone is thinking. That is definitely a big inspiration. What else? What else is an inspiration? I feel like I'm going to say Omori, because originally, the original concept for the Backwards House, when I came up with it like a couple years ago, it was going to be like an RPG game, similar to Omori, the video game, which, you know what, should I actually pull up an image of it, just in case people don't know what I'm talking about? Let me pull up an image of Omori for those who don't know. So Omori is this fun little RPG maker game. And the whole premise is it looks nice and fun and colorful on the surface, but the more you kind of dive into this world, this dream world that the game takes place in, the darker and darker and more corrupted it kind of becomes. And I really love stories like that. When I was playing Omori for the first time, I was so incredibly hooked in this story because the game presented to you a bunch of these mysteries and secrets that were hidden beneath the surface, and you kind of had to go out of your way to forcibly find the answers to these questions you had. And I really wanted to capture that kind of energy in the Backwards House comic, where it looks nice and fun on the surface, but the more you kind of get invested in it, the darker and darker the real truth of the world becomes. So that is the inspirations for the comic. I think that's pretty much everything. There's probably, honestly, some more subconscious inspirations I've had, but I don't know. They'd be subconscious, so I don't know. I'm sure a bunch of things have influenced it. I'm a giant fan of mascot horrors, so I'm sure every mascot horror under the sun has somehow influenced the story just a little bit. But it is, at the end of the day, its own thing, its own unique story with like my kind of taste and vision when it comes to storytelling and writing. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Absorbs.
Yeah.
All your inspiration absorbs straight into your ink.
Yep. God, I was yapping for like 4 minutes. We're not gonna answer. Oh my god, we'll have to speed up my answers.
No question to answer. You're just gonna talk too much.
Okay, what's another question we should answer?
I have another one for you, but someone was saying I'm a little bit quiet. You may just want to turn me up a little bit.
Oh, everyone wants to hear Kifwin now, dude. Okay, I'll turn Kifwin up. There we go. Let me know if Kifwin's a bit louder.
Right. I have a question from Raindrop the Cat.
Mm-hmm.
They've asked, when you make a comic, I've always wondered how there's so many artists trying to draw in the same style. Like, how do you all maintain the same style?
Okay, this is a very good question because it is the hardest thing about working with other artists is everyone's got their own unique styles and a comic can only be in one style, otherwise it just looks all over the place. So I think I've got a really good image I can get to show off this. Let me find it. I might be leaking a little bit from the collector's edition because in the collector's edition we made a bunch of behind the scenes pages which kind of explains this concept well, so I'll go find that in my files
Can
right
give
now.
some good incentive to buy the collector's edition.
It will. Okay, so that will be in my mini comics folder and these, so I will pull this up on stream. Let me swap. Do you guys like this transition? This took ages to set up this little freaking OBS transition. Why is Mother here? Oh my god!
Mother jump scare! Oh my lord!
Okay, let me turn off Mother's VTuber.
Mother, quiet. It's stream. It's stream time, Mother.
Mother's disappearing. Okay. Yeah, you can see the little VTuber jump scares. That's because some of the VAs are in the Discord chat with us right now. They'll just be muted for this stream though. If you want to hear the VAs, you got to come tomorrow for tomorrow's stream. Okay, so the question at hand was to do with how do you get everyone drawing the same style. So, oh, we got a little donation. Let's just hear what that says first.
IDK, but Mother doesn't seem 100% evil.
Mother doesn't seem 100% evil. I will cover, I'm going to talk about that after this. So let's go through the pipeline first. So the biggest thing about getting everyone to draw in the same style to match my style, because that's what the comic goes on, is the pipeline. So I handle a lot of the comic process. So if you actually look in the credits of the comic, the only things I hire other artists for are cleanup and backgrounds. So cleanup is this step here, where a cleanup artist, which Kifwin has. You know what, Kifwin, you do cleanup. I want you to explain what cleanup is to everyone in chat.
Alrighty. So when I get given something by Skynex, or I take one of the pages to do, I get shown basically a relatively clean sketch, and I just get to do the line arts and the flat colors so that it's all ready to be handed off to the background artists who kind of add all the environment. Then it gets handed back to Sky, who makes it look all pretty and good.
Yeah, so to keep everyone on the same style, I do all of the clean sketches of all the pages. So all the characters, they've all at least been kind of touched by my style by the point it's handed off to other artists. So all the cleanup artists, they'll always get something like this, from me, which is like a clean sketch of how the characters will look. So all they need to do is focus on getting kind of consistent line weights with all the other pages and consistent colors with all the other pages.
Where is Odd Frog?
God damn it! Okay, Odd Frog is not a real character. Odd Frog is a character made up by Shackingtoons, one of the lead background artists on this comic, and everyone's talking about Odd Frog now. Odd Frog isn't real. He's never coming up.
Odd Frog is real in my heart. Him and his party hat.
But I don't do a lot of the backgrounds for the comic, so I hire other background artists to do this. So when I draw backgrounds for this, I usually just do these super rough idea sketches of where everything should be. But the actual style of the backgrounds is decided by our lead background artist, Shackingtoons, who will actually appear on the background on the art stream in 2 days. So he'll tell you a little bit more about that then. But so all the style of the characters is kind of reflective of my style. And then our lead background artist, Shackingtoons, all of the styles of the backgrounds is kind of replicated off of his style. So we kind of have two main background artists. We've got Shackingtoons and Null. So Shackingtoons' job is just to do like all the important backgrounds or the big backgrounds. Null's job is to kind of just replicate Shackingtoons' like exact style whenever they do backgrounds. So Shackingtoons has helped them a lot with that, like making style guides and everything to emulate his kind of comic background style. We've also had other background artists. I know Kefwin, you've made a background or two when we were in
I
crunch
did
time.
one single background. Look in chapter 2, see if you can find the worst background. That one's my one.
No, it was good. It was a good background. And we've also got a backup artist called Koi Spec who just comes and helps when we're overwhelmed with work. So they have also done a background or two. But yeah, originally, the background style was going to be a lot different. Oh, there's another donation. Let's let that run.
Kickstarter does not accept my bank card, so I try it here. I love the video you made. I wonder, are the animals children or only called children?
Okay, I'll answer that question quickly. Yes, the animals are children. Most of them are probably between the ages of 10, 14, 15, kind of ish. Oh, more donations? Okay.
What are the biggest inspirations of the Backwoods house?
Okay, I've covered this question already. I'm sure you missed it, but to summarize, we're going to say Poppy Playtime Smiling Critters, we're going to say The Amazing Digital Circus, Promised Neverland, Omori. Those are the main inspirations. Okay, back to the style thing. So yeah, the original style for the backgrounds is going to be completely different. But then I found a really cool artist called Shacking Tunes who I brought onto the project, and his background work was just amazing. It was awesome. It was creepy. It was like cartoony. He used lots of black and thick lines. I absolutely love the way he draws. So I was like, Shacking Tunes, let's just make the backgrounds in your style because you can draw backgrounds better than I can. And he was like, yes, awesome. So that's how we get everything into the same style for the Backwoods house. It's a lot. Oh, and also, I'll quickly go over the pipeline because this is how it works, just ever so quickly. We'll probably discuss this more in the actual art stream. But for the Backwoods house, every page goes through 6 steps. First of all, the script written by me. Sometimes I get people to look it over to spell check me because I'm bad at spelling. We go to the storyboards, super quick, rough sketches of everything that are just meant to get general compositions down. I do that. We go to layouts, which is preparing the page for cleanup and background artists. So this is meant to be very clean sketches and final text and final bubbles and everything. I do all that myself. We go to cleanup, so that goes into line art and color for characters, and also sometimes any props the characters are interacting with. Then we go to backgrounds. At this point, the characters aren't colored, so they kind of don't fit in with the backgrounds all too much. But Shack and Tunes and all, they'll put some backgrounds in. And then finally, page comes back to me. I fix anything I don't like. I light all the characters, give them shadows, and make everything kind of nice and shiny. This is kind of the compositing stage where we just put everything together. So that's the pipeline. That's how everything looks in the same style, even though there are so many different artists. It took us a while to kind of get to... Oh, Kevin, why are you sleeping?
Sorry, I know all of this already. I had to take a little nap quickly.
It was very hard at the start to get everyone on their own style. I think if you look at the first couple pages of chapter 1, you can kind of see a couple different styles come out. But I think by the time we got to chapter 2, all of the styles were really good and on point. And so many people are donating. What are those donations saying?
They've gifted some membership subs. Thank you so much for that.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you for the memberships. Okay, there was someone's question I wanted to cover. They donated before. It was something about mother. What did they ask?
Where'd it go?
Wait, can we see donation history? What did they say? They said something like, is mother evil?
We can see you. It was, where'd it go? It was asking, oh my god, I lost tracking, that's awesome. They were just, it was something about asking if mother is not, if she's as evil as she seems, or it was something along that, or I think she's not as evil as she. It was something like that.
Okay. I don't want to reveal too much about the story, guys, because the whole thing about there's so many donations. Okay. I don't want to reveal too much about the story because the whole thing about the Backwoods house is it is kind of a mystery story. I present to you a bunch of mysteries. I want you to theorize about them, and then eventually I'll answer all these questions. What I will say though is Mother is obviously the antagonist. She will oppose the main character's interests. But she's not necessarily evil per se. But there are some things she might do that could be considered evil, and you'll see. But I'd say when we get to her backstory eventually, you might understand why she's doing some of the things. Ideally, I want you to be able to empathize with the characters, even the antagonists. So I can't wait to get to that chapter. My goal for... I can't say. I don't want to spoil anything. My goal is to make you cry.
Spoilers.
I'm going to make you cry with some of the
spoilers.
sad chapters that are going to come out. But we're going to have to wait a long time for that. But
We've
yeah.
had the Living Plague ask, are you guys for real about adding someone's OC if they pay $10,000? And what are the rules for that?
The answer is yes. 2 people have already backed that tier. So let me switch
It is
screens
fully
here.
sold out now.
Yeah. So with Kickstarter, let me pull this up. I heard it was very good advice to have some low tiers and some very, very high tiers, like ones that cost a lot of money to bring in, you know, that extra bit of funding. So if you scroll all the way down to the highest tier in Kickstarter, it is 10,000 New Zealand dollars. I think that translates to about 6,000 USD.
I think it's 5,700 USD.
So-
I think that's what it
Yeah,
was.
so it is a whopping amount of money. And you might be wondering, why would anyone pay that much money? What do they get out of it? So what someone gets out of that...
Or translate the backwards house into other languages such as Spanish, French, or Japanese.
I'll answer that question quickly. I've had lots of people asking about translating. Big problem with that. Lots of money, so much money to hire even more VAs, another director to handle all that, hire them. Eventually, maybe if we get the
Are
funding.
you guys for real about
Probably not,
adding
though.
someone's OC if they pay $10,000?
Yes, we're answering that question right now. Okay. Yes.
It's on a bit of a lag, the sound ones. I don't know what's up with that. Something
Okay.
is broken on
How to start the
YouTube.
screen.
Do you have any idea about the general age ranges of the characters?
Okay, age range of the characters, I've answered that before. They're all children, they're all around 10 to 14-ish. That's probably the age ranges. Okay, the mascot character, paying $10,000, what do you get? You get your own mascot character. 2 people have already backed this, so you can't get this anymore, but those 2 people who
We
backed
do
it...
have another high tier if you want to have a nightmare design, though. That isn't sold out.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's bought that one yet.
No.
So if anyone wants to have a nightmare
We'll talk
and
about
terrify
that.
some children, that'd be awesome.
We'll talk about that in a second. So for the mascot tier, for the 2 people who bought it, I've already started getting in contact with them and asking them about their characters, but they get to have one of their they get to design another mascot character for the Backwards House, and they will kind of appear in the main cast. And just be there throughout the entire story and kind of affect the plot. So for those mascot characters specifically, I have a plan to kind of introduce them in chapter 4, maybe 5, depending on how the other chapters go. And they will kind of just be an existing member of the family who's always been there, and they will have a very important role in that chapter they're introduced in. But then after that, the story will probably focus mainly on Curious Cat, Odd Dog, and Empathetic Elephant as the main characters. So those mascot characters will kind of become background characters for a while. But obviously all the characters will have some stakes in the plot, so they'll be there to the end, just in the story as a character. So those people get to design characters, they're going to be in the story. We've also got another super high tier that no one's bought yet, which is Nightmare Designer. And some of you might be wondering, what the hell is a nightmare? I'll show you what a nightmare is right now. If you go to chapter 2, which is what we're on, this chapter is a little bit darker, a little bit spookier than the first chapter.
I've seen a few people asking where's chapter 2. It needs to be read. It needs to be read online. There's no dub for that yet. You're gonna have to wait a little bit.
So,
it requires a lot of work and editing.
If you can see in the darkness right here, this thing is a nightmare. This is one of the many nightmares in the Backwards House, and if you pay for that tier, your nightmare design, your monster design, will appear at some points. Probably in the next chapters, because we're gonna be in the nighttime for the next chapters, and nighttime is when these nightmares appear. So nightmares, I won't say too much about the lore.
Was the cat human before coming to the TBH?
Yes, the cat was human before coming to the TBH. You can see that in the VHS video, which I'll pull up in a second. But the nightmares, I can't reveal too much about them because of lore reasons, but what you do get to know is they are monsters and they come out at nighttime. And they are definitely violent, as you can see, as this monster, as soon as it spots Mother, it runs in to just absolutely swipe at her. But Mother, being the absolute badass that she is, absolutely pummels this thing. So yeah, Mother's awesome. She's cool for that. Okay, what was the question I was just about to answer? Someone donated something. I've got a memory of a goldfish.
Maybe we should have had a third person on the stream that has a good memory. That would have been a good idea.
Maybe. Well, oh, it was Katie Human. Okay. Yes. I think I've written this in some of the descriptions of the Backwards House, but the whole premise is if you watch this cursed VHS tape, you get sucked into it and turned into one of these mascot characters. And obviously, you know, people are human. If humans have to watch the tape to be sucked into it. So if you take a look at this little mascot horror little animation we did, and you go all the way to the end, you can see Curious Cat comes into the house. And then we cut to their human form right there, watching that cursed VHS tape and being sucked into it. So that is Katie's human form. I'm going to be honest, I might retcon it in the future, change up the design, make it look better, because I haven't thought too much about some of the human designs, but we'll see. They might change in the future, but that's their human design for now.
Would it be okay if we could do a fan dub of the Backwards House?
I am totally a-okay for you guys to do fan dubs. That would be cool, mainly because I can't do it myself because it just costs too much money, and all the funding we're getting currently is straight up just for producing chapters and doing the English dubs. We do not have the funds to make even more dubs. But yeah, totally open to fan dubs, fan translations. You guys go for that. My goal for the Backwards House is for it to be a free comic and a free series for everyone to read. So it doesn't matter if you repost it anywhere. That's super cool. It's fine. What's everyone's favorite food? That's a good question. I'm gonna say mostly they probably relate to the animals. So Curious Cat's favorite food is probably fish. Odd Dog probably likes to nibble on a good bone now and then. I don't actually know what other things. Missy Mouse, she probably likes cheese. What do mules eat? Hay. You might like hay.
I hate that. Don't make it so he just eats hay.
Where is
Elephant.
67 Serpent?
We're not adding 67 Serpent.
Okay, fire David right now. David, this is your formal termination
Okay.
letter.
On a real note, though, we have been seeing so much fan art, so many fan OCs in the past couple days since the things came out. Some of them have been so cute. In the work server that we have for the Backwards House, we share all of the fan art we see. We see it all. It's all awesome.
Fought to the death, who would come out on top?
If all of the characters fall... Oh, are we going to power scale? I think it's pretty obvious that Mother is currently the strongest. In terms of the animals, I'm going to say just because of animal nature, elephants probably got the edge and strength just because elephants are a bit
Just sit
strong.
on someone, crush them.
I've read that cats have very good reaction times, so that might come in handy for fighting as well. So I'm going to say just base stats, elephant and cat probably have the advantage, a slight advantage over everyone. And then there's Mother, who is an absolute beast at the top. So yeah, there's no getting around Mother's strength. Did you see what she did to that nightmare? She is OP as all hell.
I'm betting it all on black for Curious Cat. That's where my paychecks are going, Sky. I'm running behind the scenes gambling.
Oh my god, it's double or nothing.
Exactly. Okay, I love my models just not working. That's awesome.
Dude, our models are so on theme. We're both goop monsters.
Mine is not tracking me. What's going on? Thank you. Hold on, let me fix
Bonkers as it
this.
sounds, would you consider Backwards House to be a mascot horror take on the H.G. Wells classic, The Island of Dr. Moreau?
I have not heard of that story before, but if it is similar to the Backwards House in any way, that does sound interesting. I have seen some comparisons to things I didn't even know about. For example, a lot of people have been commenting there's this comic called Stray Dogs, which they say is also kind of like a mascot horror, which plays with memories and stuff. I've never heard of that before, but it sounds super interesting. Some people have been comparing Mother to a Japanese folklore thing. That's not what she's based on. I'll say that right now. Mother is just... I can't tell you what she's based on, but she's not based on that. She's not a Japanese folklore thing.
Very fun fact, when we first saw people commenting about that yokai, we were like, what the hell is... That's literally... That's Mother. Yeah. We had no idea this was a thing that exists.
Let's Google it, because it is literally Mother. What was the name of it? What was the name of that Japanese...
It starts with an H. Look in your search history.
Okay, let me
Wait, no, don't pull up your search history on stream.
Okay, I think I got... Okay. Yeah, it's this. A Hachi Sakusama is a Japanese folklore creature. And look, it's literally Mother. It's literally... I've never seen this thing in my life, but it's literally Mother.
Dog is my fave character so far.
Odd Dog's your favorite? Yeah,
Odd Dog sweep!
Odd Dog's
Odd Dog
awesome.
sweep!
Odd Dog's awesome. We did a fan poll before. I've been posting so much about the Backwards House on my community tab, but one of those first posts was some fan polls about who everyone's favorite characters is. Odd Dog, unfortunately, didn't actually beat Curious Cat. People seem to absolutely love Curious Cat. And something I didn't expect, people like Missy Mouse. Missy Mouse doesn't have any lines. She's
I told you.
She's barely in the
Sky.
first chapter, but
You
people
showed me
love
the
her.
characters in the first place, and I told you Missy Mouse was my favorite.
I've seen a fan edit of
eyes.
Missy Mouse. We've already got like stuff on TikTok, people making fan edits and stuff, so people love her. We did one final poll. Curious Cat sweeps. I'm sorry, Odd Dog. Odd Dog places underneath Missy Mouse, but I'm glad Curious Cat is the favorite. I also love Curious Cat. They're awesome. I can't wait to show off more of Curious Cat's personality in the future chapters. Because obviously, for the first chapter, they're very kind of hypnotized. They don't know much. So you can't really show off their personality. But once they get more grounded and kind of settle into what their goal is, you will see a lot more of their personality. I really like them.
Speaking of Curious Cat, Sky, I've seen a few people asking about Katie's pronouns.
Yes, okay, if I had a nickel for every time someone misgendered Katie in the comments. So I like having representation in the stories I read. There's a lot of representation in the Backwards House. We've got Katie, our non-binary protagonist. They'll use they, them pronouns. That's how I write about them in the story. We've got a mute character. We have got a blind character. We got all this kind of stuff. I really like having a bunch of different kind of characters like that, because to me it makes stories feel more real, because there are mute people that exist, there are deaf people that exist, there are blind people that exist, but you barely ever see them in stories. People just kind of forget that they exist when they write.
Or they're just a punchline.
Yeah, or they're
sucks.
just a punchline. But yeah, so I wanted to have a little bit of representation in my comic, just because I like seeing it. I like seeing it when I watch media. One of my favorite characters of all time is Toph from Avatar. She is a canonically blind character, but she is still a badass. This is one of the inspirations for Funky Monkeys, the green blind character. We love them. But yeah. Okay. What other questions are people cooking up today?
I like this one person that just said, any characters LGBTQ, and they've repeated it like 12 times.
Okay, I'm gonna pull a One Piece with how I write this comic. So I'll tell you what Ichiro Oda does, the writer of One Piece. He said relationships aren't important to the story, so the characters kind of... They will never get in relationships in the story, so none of their sexualities are important. They're also all children, so it's not important. I'm not going to write any romantic relationships in the story, but you can headcanon whatever you want. I don't really care what you do with them. Just don't be weird about the characters, guys. Please don't be weird about the characters. Yeah. What else are people yapping about?
Let's see.
I'll change up the music as well. I've got a whole list of music. Let's change to this one.
Let's go. Oh, I had someone asking, what is the Jester's name?
The Jester. Let me pull up his character sheet. Hold on.
Let's go. Bang a character sheet. I'm so glad people got to see this.
Yeah. If you back the Kickstarter and get the cheapest tier, which is the Discord, you're going to see a lot more behind the scenes stuff, but I'll show off a couple things in these live streams. For example, we've got character designs and environment designs for absolutely everything. We have a character design for that Jester. I will find it right now in my character designs folder. So he is here.
Your 1 billion folders.
So this is Luther the Nightmare. He's got a pretty in-depth character sheet. So with Luther, he gets like this kind of smoky appearance. So when we actually draw him, he starts off just looking all normal like this, and then I think it's like the smudge tool or the fingertip tool in Clip Studio, and just smudge him around a bit. to give him this kind of cool smoky effect. But his name is
I
Luther, for those
noticed
who
that
are
all the
asking.
characters have unique clothing. Is that plot related or just artistic design?
That is just artistic design. I kind of wanted everyone to have like a little bit of uniqueness, because I think just a anthropomorphic animal on its own wouldn't have been too recognizable. I wanted these guys to be recognizable at least, so everyone gets their own little item of clothing, a little trinket or something, just to make them stand out a little bit more. It also helped with colors. I kind of gave everyone colors that I thought matched, like black and yellow is nice for Curious Cat, blue and yellow for Mighty Mule, turquoise and pink for Missy Mouse is a great color combo. I love it. And obviously rainbow for Odd Dog is just awesome. So yeah, we give everyone their little cool little designs just to make them look cool.
Do you think Missy Mouse is a Hatsune Miku stan?
Probably. I mean, she is turquoise. That's the Hatsune
Exactly,
Miku
the
color.
turquoise and the pink. That's why Missy Mouse is a fan favorite.
Oh my goodness.
Sekai
No, we're gonna get copyrighted! We're gonna get copyrighted! We're gonna copyright the stream.
Hold on. My singing is too off key and too poor that you would never get copyrighted, don't worry.
God damn it.
Alright, I have another question here I have screenshotted. QnA Animation Studios asked, do you have any word for anyone who wants to make an amazing story? They're asking for themselves. Like animation and comics, they would like some advice on writing and making stories and just creating stuff like the Backwards House.
Okay, let's see. For writing specifically, you guys have to understand I'm a new writer. I don't have as much experience as you'd think. I think I did good. I hope I did good with the Backwards House. But let's see, some advice for writing. I'd say make sure you really plan out your stories and keep your audience in mind at all times. So something writers tend to forget is they know everything about their story. They know all the rules of their world, all the magic systems, all the characters' backstories, and everything. But the audience doesn't. And sometimes I see new writers, they'll forget that. They'll write their stories for them, and they'll forget that the audience actually doesn't know things. And you really, as a writer, you really have to keep track of what your audience knows. So for the Backwards House specifically, there are a lot of mysteries, and I have to answer all of those questions you guys like kind of pose when reading the story. And in order to do that, I have to keep track of everything you don't know and everything you do know. So I've got I use a Milanote board. I've got a huge Milanote board with like a timeline of the story. It's like one of those those crazy people pin boards where there's a bunch of lines connected to each other. So I'm like, okay, this is when I pose this mystery, this is when I answer it, this is what the audience knows at this time, and blah, 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 blah. So it's a lot of planning. Keep your audience in mind at all times. Yeah.
It's very overwhelming to look at. I've seen this board. Sky has put so much work into making sure this story will be cohesive, and oh my god, my cat is on my keyboard. But Sky's putting a lot of work into something that I'm sure all of you will find very cool.
Yeah,
There's so much that goes on behind the scenes.
Console, what game would they all play together?
What game would everyone play together? They play Wii Sports together. They're that kind of family.
I reckon they'd play like Wii Mario as well, like
Mario Party. Oh my god.
I think Funky Monkey would make sure that Mighty Mule gets in first place and then blue shell him.
Funky Monkey's my favorite rage baiter. He just exists to rage bait other characters, I swear to god. He's so fun to write. Dude, I hope my jokes landed. I have a very sense of humor. The pocket sand thing I found absolutely fucking hilarious. I hope someone laughed at that as well. It's fun writing jokes.
Will any minor characters become main characters?
Yes, but I won't say who and I won't say why. You're gonna have to find out about that. God, it is so hard not to spoil things. All of the voice actors and artists know too much. I need to get them to sign NDAs. I've told them everything about this story.
you just spill things. We'll be in a call doing work, and Sky's like, "Hey, so you want to know this important plot thing?"
It's easier for me to write when I talk out loud. I like talking, but yeah, I think the fun of the Backwards House is that you guys don't know things and that you'll have to wait and kind of see how the story unfolds to get your questions answered. So I really want to not spoil. I really want to not spoil as much as I can. I'll say some things to get you interested, but I won't tell you those plot twists. You'll have to read the story, wait for it to come out to see when those happen.
I have a few more questions here locked and loaded to go,
Let's
so
go.
might rapid fire them. Julius asks, will there be any blood/gore in the comic?
Oh, hell yeah, there will be. I want to keep it so it won't get, like, restricted on the sites I post, but there will be some gory scenes eventually coming up. It's mascot horror, so obviously the intended audience is kind of young, so I have to keep it limited. And I'm not always the biggest fan of gore, but I want to use some scary things like that to progress the story. If it's plot relevant, you may see some blood here and there, maybe some other gory sites, but you know, you'll see. It's gonna get worse and worse the more the story progresses.
Well, better and better, but worse and worse.
Yeah.
Right. That salty cat asks, which one of the characters would be most likely to enjoy watching My Little Pony?
I think Foxtrot would love My Little Pony.
It had in brackets, this is a serious discussion, so I had to ask it. I had to read that one out. Right. This is a really good question to ask, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Apexrian asks, can we post fan-made projects for the
Hello,
Backwards
I
House?
just want to
Yes,
say
I
that
would love to
TBH
see all that.
literally ticks every box for what makes me obsessed with something.
Thank
I
you.
sincerely wish good luck on the project.
Oh, this person
To
wishes
you,
us good luck.
The VAs and artists.
Yes.
Horse face, fox mouse face, monkey face,
Oh my
elephant
god.
dog face,
Just
cat
reading
face.
out the emojis. Thank you. I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. I can't understate how happy I am that you guys are enjoying this silly little story I wrote. It's gotten much better reception, much better traction than I could have ever anticipated. If I go over, I'll switch over here for you guys. Let's see. The video's only been out, the comic dub's only been out for 3 days. It's got 150k views. What's even more impressive than that is the actual webcomic itself, which webcomics are notoriously hard to get off the ground because you've got so much competition and it's so hard to get like exposure for them. But currently on Global Comics, we are one of the most popular comics right now, even though we only got 2 chapters out. That's the Backwards House.
I
You can see right
I
here.
think we were #1 for a bit in Toons.
Yeah.
And you were like the #1 upcoming indie creator for a while. I don't know
Yeah.
if that's still the case.
was-
Oh, there you go. There you go. Still #1 in 2 categories.
Yeah, Rising Stars, Skynex Art, Popular Global Comics. But you can see currently
go.
it's at 400,000 views. So a lot of people have been reading the comic. That's cool. I hope more people read the next chapters as well. We're going to keep it going. I really think my one ambition with this comic, as you can see on the Kickstarter, if you read it, the whole reason we're getting funding is to release chapters every 2 weeks. So I think... oh, it just went up. Someone donated. I think once this Kickstarter rolls over and once we start producing those chapters every 2 weeks, I think people will absolutely just love seeing the story progress at such a constant rate. Because the one thing that, you know, gets me uninvested in stories is if there's such a long wait time between episodes. Like, I love indie animation, but sometimes waiting 2 years for a new episode is just too long. So I hope this bi-weekly schedule of releasing chapters will kind of quench people's thirst for new information, new questions, new mysteries, all that kind of stuff.
Maybe you should talk a little bit about the largest stretch goal of...
Should I talk about the
pilot.
largest stretch goal?
Have a
Okay,
little-
let's go
Have
back.
a little bit of a talk about that one.
Okay, obviously we've hit a bunch of stretch goals. In Kickstarter, stretch goals are things that the more money you raise, the more you can do with the project. So let's go over the next couple stretch goals. We have currently got over $35,000 of New Zealand dollars in funding, which is roughly 20,000 USD currently. That was funding for all of Volume 1, that's like 12 plus chapters. The next stretch goal is 28,000 USD. We're going to do comic dubs for every chapter that comes out or in Volume 1. Those comic dubs will probably release every 4 weeks, every month. I don't want to release them for every chapter simply because they'd only be like 5 minutes long. So I want comic dubs to kind of cover 2 or 3 chapters, which it'll take them a bit longer to come out, but they will be longer. They'll be like 10, 15-minute episodes, which I think is good. So that's the next stretch goal. We're probably going to hit that, so expect more comic dubs in the future. The one after that, original song. If you're a fan of mascot horrors, you know that heaps of people make songs about these mascot horrors, and they slap. Have you ever heard one of those FNAF songs? Oh my god, they're awesome. So if we get that much raise, we will make our own custom song. We've got a bunch of singers in the voice cast with a bunch of connections to really cool music artists, so I'm confident we can make something cool. The next goal after that, 56,000 USD, we will make an animated music video for that song we produce. That'll be really cool. Animation's expensive, as you guys probably know, that's why it's so expensive. Speaking of expensive animation, the absolutely astronomical goal that we probably won't hit, but it's still there just in case people want it, is 850,000 USD. We make our own indie animation pilot episode, which covers probably the first couple chapters of the Backwards House. Which, if we do hit it, it would probably take us a year or 2 years to make it. But,
long time.
yeah, but it's just there in case this blows out of proportion and people really want it. But even if we don't hit that stretch goal, I'm sure there'll be possibilities in the future to continue this series, to possibly make an animation one day. For those of you who don't know, usually comics don't get animations until way after. Like Lackadaisy, for example. If I bring up Lackadaisy.
Lackadaisy, what did they start that in the early 2000s, didn't
yeah,
they?
Lackadaisy is also an indie animation. The comic ran for 10 whole years plus, I think, before it was even animated. So if there is an animation coming for the Backwards House, you're gonna have to wait a while, and that is completely normal, completely fine. Our team just wants to focus on creating the comics and the comic dubs for now, so we are completely happy with that. So I can't even remember what question I was answering. I just went on a ramble.
I do have another question from Unicorn Blueberries. They've asked, how many volumes are you planning on making?
I answered this in the Kickstarter. So if you go to the Kickstarter, we've got a little Q&A section at the top right here. So it is a little bit difficult to kind of predict how long the story is going to be, simply because I've only written 2 chapters. I know how it's going to end, but getting to that ending, it just depends on how things go. But my guess was the full story is probably going to be 4 to 8 volumes in length, each of those volumes being 10 chapters. So maybe 80 chapters. What did that dono say? I didn't hear it.
It's just asking, have you seen Murder Drones?
I have seen Murder Drones. Murder Drones is awesome. Another awesome indie animation by Glitch. I've seen every indie animation, every mascot horror. I love both of those things. So I'm super happy to be making one of those right now. I just realized I am not sharing my screen. The little Q&A section is here, where you can... The little Q&A section is right there for where you can see the thing. But yeah, okay, let's switch back to the little other thing. Do you like a little merch stand, guys? We got all the merch from the Kickstarter on the table right here.
I've seen a few people asking about will the floor plan be consistent throughout the series? Yes,
the Backwards House is a physical space. We have a map created that we're not going to share because it's probably lore important. But there's a limited amount of rooms, a limited amount of environments, and it'll be very important for Curious Cat to learn the layout of this house and learn all its secrets and how to get around. They will definitely need to learn all of that, and so will you, the audience, will need to learn that layout of the house. You can see, actually, we've already got a little bit of it revealed in... So the layout of the house is another one of those kind of mysteries that have to be solved to progress the story, which I'm not going to show it to you all straight away. You're going to have to wait patiently. But in the second chapter, right here, Curious Cat does get this little diagram of this is all of the house they've explored so far. So this is the entrance. We've got the living room. Someone's donated, so I'm going to stop talking.
3.
Okay, they just did the number 3. Awesome, thank you. But
thank you.
what we've got revealed so far in the map, in the next couple chapters you will learn a lot more about the layout of the house, but this is what we got so far. We've got the front door, which leads to nowhere if you go outside. We've got the living room. The kitchen is this way. That's the kitchen over there. What's down this way? We don't know. You'll figure that out soon. Over here, this is that little locked door that is a very big mystery that you'll find out what's hiding behind there later. And if you go all the way over here, this is Kat's room, and the other children's rooms are over here in that general area. That's the current layout of the house. It's a little bit bigger than this. You'll find out the rest in later chapters. And that layout will be important to the story, and I have not popped up yet. There I am. Yeah, good question, great question. There's been some great questions so far. Let me actually switch back. What else?
See, did I have any more questions saved, ready to go? I have seen more people asking more about fan content, and I've seen a few people talking about wanting to make fan-made games, which I know you answered before, but it's just good to clarify. Yes, we want to see any fan-made content. In fact, we've all been looking at it. We've seen as much of it as we can. We just can't respond to it all.
Yeah, this I know the Backwards House will be at its peak when we've got a shitty Roblox rip-off game on it. So I can't wait to see that.
Content farm slop when?
Yes, no. It is genuinely so fun seeing all of the fan stuff. As I've iterated before, I want the Backwards House to be a free story for anyone to watch, anyone to read. So everything's going to be free online. I don't have to protect like the limited chapters or anything, make it pay to watch or anything. So feel free to make anything. Share the story as much as you want.
In one of your videos, we see Katie in front of a TV and kind of half in house. Will she stay like that? And if she does, will she starve to death? Heart.
So I think we always misgendering Katie. I think it takes about like 2 weeks or something for someone to starve to death. So yeah, hypothetically speaking, if Katie doesn't move from that spot in 2 weeks, they may starve to death. So
they've got you in the misgenderings. There's been too many.
They're headcanoning my character's gender already. I can't deal with this.
I'm gonna start headcanoning your gender. Sky.
Okay, I know it's because I named them Katie. Look, I had to name them Katie. It's the only name with the word cat in it. Okay.
I mean, you could have gone with Catherine.
Yeah, that's also a feminine name. God damn it. There's no winning.
Make Katie an old woman. That'd be awesome.
Okay. It's so hard for me to read chat because it's hidden behind my freaking camera.
We do have some people asking when Chapter 3 is going to be coming out.
Okay, we've already started working on a little bit of pre-production. Ideally, I want it to come out like the moment the Kickstarter ends. We'll see if that's possible though. So the things we have to do for Chapter 3 is the story is written for it. I do need to finalize the scripts. That's always the first thing to do. I'll let that dono play before I keep talking.
Will there be any more critters?
I'll talk about that in a second. I'll write that down. Will there be any more critters? What was the question I was answering? I can't. I get distracted.
Great job.
What was I talking about? Hold on. Oh, when is Chapter 3 coming out? Okay, ideally is the moment the Kickstarter ends, but it does depend because we do have some some Kickstarter backers who get to make their own characters, and obviously I can't like put out Chapter 3 until those characters are finalized, so that will depend a little bit on the backers. So all we have to we've got everyone ready, we've got all the cleanup artists, we've got all the background artists. All we've got to prepare is the designs for some of the next chapters, which we've started working on already, so hopefully those will be done by the end of the month, and the new character designs for the backer characters. And literally once those two things are done, we can go straight into production. Realistically, you might need to wait 2 weeks after the Kickstarter ends, maybe. We've got 20 days though. I'm sure I'll keep you guys updated. Ideally, I want the new chapters to start coming out like straight away, but I won't rush anything if we do need to do more concept art.
Can anyone get trapped in the house, or just kids?
I will refrain from answering that question because of lore. Someone asked, will there be any more critters coming to the house? The backer characters obviously will appear in the future chapters, and who knows? Who knows if there's any other characters in the house? We'll see. Well, you'll have to read the comic. God, it is hard keeping my mouth shut and not spoiling everything.
I know Sky right now must have the gears whirring, wanting to say so much.
Oh yeah, should have asked a question, huh? Anyways, what inspired you to make Backwards House? And how long did it take for you to come up with it?
So
Hi from Denmark.
originally it was gonna. Do you think I can pull up the game file? Hold on. I'm gonna swap to
Yeah, if you can get that working,
So-
that'd be really cool to show people, I think.
biggest inspiration probably Omori, simply because it was gonna be a freaking and sorry, I was touching it was gonna be an RPG. Okay, the Backwards House was originally gonna be an RPG Maker game, so much to the point where I originally started coding it, learning RPG Maker, learning how to make a game. So this is the build. This is like 3 years ago when I made this. You can see some of the characters over here. We got Foxtrot, we got Curious Cat. Curious Cat used to be purple. I don't know how to get out of this. I haven't played Game Maker in a long time. My name's Kira now.
Yeah, don't go too far into it.
It was originally gonna be a game, but then I scrapped that idea because it wouldn't have been a good game. I'm not a game developer. I am an artist, so I'm sticking to my roots, and I turned it into a comic because if you guys have looked at my YouTube channel, that is where my skill set actually lies. One day in the future, maybe it'll be a game. Maybe I'll make a game of something else. We'll see. I love just pursuing any creative projects, so.
Give us $10 million.
Yeah, $10 million will make a game.
I don't... This background track is really good. Sorry.
The background music. I'm gonna keep changing it. I've got all my music set up. Let's go something intense. Let's go this one. Hey, this is some Deltarune music.
Sorry, I love Deltarune Chapter 3. I got a little bit excited. I've just seen Button Failed Business asking, will the comic be available in stores, like physically for sale?
So that is something we'd have to get a publisher for, which is a whole lot of business and big put on your suit and tie and have meetings and stuff. So I think if the Backwards House gets popular enough, eventually publishers will probably reach out to put in stores. Ideally, I want a full volume to be done. I like something which is like 200 pages long, which is actually a good length for a book. I would want that to be done. Once that's finished, in like 6 months when we finish work on it, then we'll look into the possibility of putting it in stores. But it is simply the fact of the more popular the comic gets, the more opportunities we'll have to do stuff like that, to put it in stores, to put out merch, all that kind of stuff. But I'm definitely open to trying to pursue that maybe one day.
Another thing I've seen a lot of people asking in your server and in comments and in here, they're asking about the just general with the merchandise, and like if we're gonna have a website for it, if you're gonna sell it, or if we're only gonna sell stuff through the Kickstarter, if that's your only way to ever get merch.
Okay, so merchandise. Everyone loves merchandise. It's a mascot horror, literally the most merchandisable kind of franchise ever. Currently on the Kickstarter, we've got a little bit of merch. Actually, wait, what am I doing? You can see the merch, goddamn, on this side. Okay, look in front of me. Look on this table. From the Kickstarter, you can get. Actually, wait, hold on. This is my time. This is my time to use something. Where is it? Here's the pointer. I'm bringing out the pointer.
Yeah!
Okay, on the Kickstarter, you can get an Odd Dog plushie, our little marketable boy. You can get a printed 60+ pages collector's edition, which includes Chapter 1 and 2 bonus comics and fucking behind-the-scenes pages. Bunch of stuff. You can buy that as merchandise. You got also on the Kickstarter, you can buy just regular Chapter 1 book, 40 pages. You can buy keychains on the Kickstarter. You can buy stickers, and you can buy signed posters. That's the current merchandise. I am in talks with a company to potentially get clothing merchandise. That would come later next year, though, maybe January, February.
Did Mother actually lost kids before the cartoon, and is that the reason why she is overprotective and perhaps possessive of the kids?
I won't answer that question because of law. But merchandise, we do plan. We'll have some more merchandise. It's just if people want it. We'll plan to sell the clothing. If people really like the clothing merchandise, we will reach out to other companies and do other stuff. I think the number one thing people would want is plushies. We will love the Odd Dog plushie. I've got one in front of me in my room right now. He is adorable. I want to make plushies of all the characters.
I'm gonna punt him.
If people like the Odd Dog plushie, if people get it, if people want more, we will make them. It's just a matter of how much people want them. So we will look into that.
Plushies are very expensive to get manufactured, which I think when people start asking for plushies, it's not something they tend to realize So it needs to be enough demand for them, because otherwise Skynix is gonna have to drop like
Yeah.
$5,000 on getting samples and manufacturing, and then if no one buys them, then it's like Sky is gonna drown in 1,000,000
Yeah.
plushies. And you know what? That'd be really funny. I can
Yeah.
honestly get behind that.
So, you know, I'll say we've got something coming out maybe January next year, and if that thing that I can't talk about because of NDAs goes well, then we will pursue more plushies. So we'll see. Keep your eyes tuned for January next year.
I saw Zerai99 asked, what happened to your animation of Journey to Nowhere, Sky?
So a lot of people probably don't know what that is because it didn't get many views, but I will show you guys what that is. If you go to my channel, so as some of you may know, I went to animation school. I am an animator. That's how we made the Backwards House gadgets. I directed it, I animated on it. Something else I animated was this little project right here, which YouTube will play in a second. I will mute it just so we can keep the music playing. But that person was asking about Journey to Nowhere. We're gonna have to watch an ad. You're gonna have to wait a second. But for my last year of animation school, which I finished last year, we spent the whole year creating a animated project, and I was the director of mine, and my group made this animation, this 2-minute trailer here for a project called Journey to Nowhere. Now, the thing about me is I write a lot. I have a lot of stories. I've published a couple of them. This is just one of many, and unfortunately it probably won't be pursued past this point. I spent a year working on animation for it. I love doing it, but I've got more things I want to write. So yeah, Journey to Nowhere was something I made in animation school. It's this little trailer for this cool little world I had an idea for, but it will probably not be pursued further than this little animation. But it is up there on my channel just to showcase my animation ability, my directing abilities, and my ideas of just worlds to create if anyone wants to watch it. But I'm really happy with how it turned out. It was super good experience learning how to direct a group of artists to make something, and we made a really cool little trailer in the end. So yeah, you can go watch it. Look at it over there. Super cool little animation. Oh, look at the cat. You might spot some of my tastes. We've got Big Hat Lady #1, which we've got another Big Hat Lady in the Backwards House. We've got a black cat protagonist. So yeah, obviously I have some tropes that I like to write. This character, the main character's personality, I'm gonna be completely honest, is probably similar to Katie's. So I kind of have some tropes I fall into when writing. But yeah. Do you see that shot there? Do you see that little gremlin? Oh, that took a long time to animate. I did that all myself. That was fun. I like how that shot turned out. I'm gonna keep playing it because no one's seen this. I gotta show off my animation. Isn't that cool, guys? That's so cool. Yeah. I hope that answers that question.
I do have another thing I've seen people be asking a ton, is they're asking about the characters' designs before the comic came out, and if any animals were different beforehand, or just generally what they looked like before the comics publishing.
Okay, so let's see if I can see this without spoiling anything. Okay, here's a non-spoiler image. This was the second iteration of all the characters.
I was gonna say, this is not the first one.
Odd Dog and Curious Cat.
Lying.
Curious Cat used to be purple, Odd Dog used to be yellow, but everyone else, this was the first ever drawings of them. They all started as pixel art because it was going to be an RPG Maker game. I liked the design so much, they were easily able to translate into drawings though, so that's how no one's really changed that much. The first time I drew them, I was like, these guys are cool, they're awesome, I like the designs, and they kind of stayed the way they are. Except Odd Dog and Curious Cat, they got color palette swapped. But those were the first designs for the characters. They haven't changed all too much. But yeah.
Do you have that one really old image of Odd Dog and Curious Cat? It's like Odd Dog
I don't want to pull up my old art. Okay.
Yeah, pull up the old art, bud. That's a good one to showcase.
That's on my Instagram. Okay, if you go to my Instagram, you can see the first time I ever drew this goddamn Backwards House project. We scroll all the way down, all the way in 2023. This was the first ever drawing of the Backwards House. You can see a little picture frame of Mother back there, the old Odd Dog, and the old Curious Cat. You can see it's evolved a lot since then, and the story has changed in some ways. But yeah, that was the first drawing we've made of this little series, this little mascot horror. Yeah, that's that.
It's always interesting to me how Curious Cat looks relatively similar, and then you have, I mean, in all kindness, a horrifying.
Okay, we're just roasting my art now.
I'm not roasting your art, I'm roasting the odd dog design.
Yeah. I'm switching back to the chiller Mori music now.
Deltarium was too exciting.
It was overwhelming. I'm overstimulated. No, you know what's gonna be overstimulating? The freaking VA stream tomorrow.
I was gonna say.
Those of you who don't know,
that.
voice actors are they're very personable. They're very loud and they like to talk. So it's gonna be chaos tomorrow. But yeah, any other stream I've seen with voice actors is always so fun. So I can't wait to do one with my cast because I love my voice actors. They're all so cool and so fun. You'll get to see them tomorrow.
And in the dub, if you go and rewatch that, rewatch it a million times to give Sky more ad revenue.
Yeah, we love ad revenue. We were saying, if the dubs, I think it's like if they get 1 million views, they just pay for themselves. So if chapter 1 gets 1 million views, then that ad revenue can just go to making the next dub and just so on and so forth. And it's a ever repeating process, which it looks like it might. It's got 100K, 150K. So one day it'll go up there.
The thing is, as Sky was saying, if it is really successful on its own as just the dubs, it will pretty much be able to fund itself, which is really good.
Yeah.
And that means more can be put into doing other things for it as well.
Yeah, I think
so. The more traction, the more comic that gets to be made.
I think the dub was integral to the marketing of this. So, obviously, Backwards House is a Kickstarter. It's doing exceptionally well. Oh, Jesus, 47,000. That is a lot of money. We're getting damn close to the voice acting thing, which is like, where is it? It is. I'm losing my train of thought every 2 seconds.
I think it's about 3K New Zealand dollars off.
So that's like 2,000 USD. So we're pretty close. We're gonna get there, and you're gonna see more comic dubs. But I know a couple people who've done successful Kickstarters before. I got lots of advice talking to them about how to make a successful Kickstarter. Some very scary advice I heard is that comic Kickstarters don't do well, usually, unless you have a pre-existing comic audience. So if you actually go to Kickstarter and look at successful comic projects, 90% of them are for comics that already exist, already have an existing audience, and they're just funding.
They're freaky.
Yeah, and they're
freaky.
There's a lot of freaky stuff, and they're just funding for printing. But the Backwards House is, when we launched the Kickstarter, we had 0 fans. So 0 people were going to donate. So our entire plan was to, as quickly as possible, develop a fan base for this little franchise in order to get people to back it. So we had 3 strategies for that. Number 1, a little indie animation to get people involved. Number 2, 2 full chapters of the comic. That's like 20 minutes of reading time to get people invested or like instantly in the story. And number 3, a comic dub, which is the most marketable thing because it's just something people can watch and that people can spread around YouTube. So to develop an audience. And it went well. People really liked, we've only got 1 episode. We've only got 2 chapters of the comic and people really like it. We want to see more. And that is awesome. I'm so glad. Yeah.
Ooh, I have a good question for you here, Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Tina LeBang asks, would you say that your entire artistic life has been leading up to this series, or was it something you thought was neat and just wanted to explore further?
Oh, that's a good question. I think I couldn't have done this without all my prior experience. Obviously, growing a YouTube channel, that was so necessary for marketing. I wouldn't have been able to market this thing at all without my YouTube channel. I've done more comic projects in the past. I've released 2 comics before. I do a bunch of comic videos, building up my skills with comics. I still think I've got heaps to improve on, but that skill I've gained was integral to making this comic actually work. And I honestly think the biggest thing that helped with this was directing that animation, Journey to Nowhere. So in that last year of my animation school, I spent the entire year as a director. So I was leading a group of other people, and it taught me incredibly valuable lessons on how to direct, on how to manage people, and how to get everyone on the same style in a project. And I could not have been able to develop a pipeline for the Backwards House without that directing experience. So yes, I think all of my autistic journey that I've been going through for my life. No, yes, that too, but the artistic journey I've been going through from all my life has led up to being able to create this, which is just one.
Sorry, I had to call you on that one.
Which is just one of many series and comics I want to create. I want my entire life from here on out just to be making as many cool things as possible, and I hope the Backwards House is one of those things. It is. It's already made, and we're gonna make it. So yeah. I hope that answers the question.
I've seen Daniel the Iceberg ask, are there any scrapped characters that'll never get added?
Yeah, when I first started making the comic, like ages ago, like before it was even a game, the first thing I did was come up with character names, you know, stuff like Odd Dog, Curious Cat. I was just coming up with a bunch of creatures. I'm sure at one point there was either like a unicorn or a dragon creature or just other animals that were scrapped. If they didn't make it to the character design phase, then they were scrapped. But yeah, most of the characters in the story made it in, I reckon. I think so. I think they have. Can you make a Curious Cat plush? I see someone says. If you guys really want that, we will. We'll try eventually. I think that's probably the second plushie. As Odd Dog states in the little Kickstarter animation we made, he is the most marketable, so that's why we chose him to be the plushie for the Kickstarter. But definitely I'd consider making a Curious Cat plushie next if the plushies go well.
I want one.
You want one? I want one too. They're cute. They're awesome. They're perfectly marketable. That's the thing I love about mascot horrors, is they're the most like marketable things. You just want plushies of all the characters.
Sky's got me here seething with how easy his characters are to market. I'm here working on my own projects, and I've been asking Sky for advice, and then he's like, oh, doing all this marketing stuff, and I'm like, stop having such easy characters to market. Yeah.
I think I heard good advice once. It was something like, if you want a successful project, you have to focus 50% of your focus has to be on making the project good, and 50% of your focus has to be on marketing it good.
If the
and that's definitely what we did.
Exceptionally well, could we see flashbacks to the other characters' first day at the house, including the backer characters?
You will probably see that. Yeah, you'll probably see that in the story. Might come into play, possibly. It might be lore important. Who knows? Who knows? I do, but you don't, and I won't tell you, so... Yeah.
I've seen someone ask about 50 different times of if Funky Monkey can have a gun.
He can't have a gun, or he'd be too OP if we gave him a gun.
I think if you ever make some non-canon stuff, Sky, you should let Funky Monkey have a gun there. Just because it's not canon.
I love to do some. I would love to do some like Christmas special, Halloween specials, like some non-canon just junk for the Backwards House. If we ever get the time to. It's just, I love the characters, I love writing for the characters. And the story is so serious, the story's going to get so serious from here on out. So if I ever want to play around and be goofy with them, then yeah, we're going to do some stupid things.
I did see someone ask, why is it called the Backwards House?
I will answer this question. Don't theorize anything off of this, because you'll be wrong. So originally... that's the truth, by the way. So you can't make a theory off of this because it's been retconned. Originally, it was going to be a game, and the entire premise of the game is there was going to be two houses. There was going to be the normal abandoned house and the house that you enter when you look into when you get hypnotized by the TV thing, the cursed VHS tape. And one of the big mechanics I was playing around with in my head is the TV world, the one that all the characters are in, is a backwards version of the abandoned house. And in order to find like secrets in the TV world house, you'd have to explore the abandoned house and be like, okay, there's a hallway here. there's a thing there. So if that's backwards, that means that's where that is in the TV house. And the whole mechanic would have been it's a backwards house. So that's why it's named the backwards house. That name doesn't have any role in the story anymore, but I liked it so much that we kept it. Is that some little lore drop for you about the original game, what it was going to be like?
Someone has asked, does Mother have more of the same dress, or does she just have the one, like she's just a typical cartoon character?
I would love to give her more outfits in the future. So I love characters that change outfits because it gets you to be more creative. And the thing is, the thing about designing characters is sometimes after a while you get sick of them. So hopefully one day, if I ever think of a better design for Mother's dress, I can just be like, she changes outfits and now she's got the better design. Or maybe there's a reason why she changes outfits. We'll see. Maybe one day she'll take her hat off and she'll look cooler. But no, the hat's iconic. It's stuck to her head. She'll never take it off.
Maybe she can walk through doors then.
Yeah.
She just takes her
See,
hat off.
that's actually the reason she can't get into the kids' rooms, because her hat's too big. She just fumbles around at the door.
Don't say that. Someone's going to take that seriously.
That's a little lore drop. Is Mother abusive? That's a good question. Does Mother hit her children? No. That's a good question, and we'll see. You'll see. I think she's not been too abusive in the first chapters. She But I mean, maybe later on she might do some things. We'll see. You'll have to see. I'm sure she means well. I'm sure. Maybe.
I found my favorite thing someone's written. Cyberfox says, I just realized Skynix doesn't have eye highlights. Have you forgotten your name?
Oh, that's a good reference. That's a good. That's the reference in the backwards house thing.
I was smart. I wrote the name on my ceiling.
No.
What have you done, Sky?
Okay, it's obvious. Everyone's talked about it in the comments. The eye highlights obviously mean something in the story. When writing the backwards house, when writing the first chapter, I didn't know how much people would pick up on, like those little secrets like that, which I'm really glad a lot of you picked up on that, because that may come in important in some future things for theories. So we'll see. Someone donated.
What kind of awesome is this?
This is Diddy Blood Mango.
Diddy Blood Mango.
Oh, my brain on it.
I saw BD X6M ask, can Mother do a backflip?
I'm sure she can. I'll make her do a backflip in the next chapter, don't you worry.
Sky, if I pay you $5, can you animate Mother doing a backflip?
That sounds like a lot of work, everyone.
Okay, you just hate me.
No, I'd love to animate the characters. I don't have the time though. I gotta make the comic. I gotta draw the comic.
I've seen this person, your music cat draws ask is, how would you describe each character using one word? And what would their favorite silly word to say be?
Okay, let's describe each character with one word. I would describe Odd Dog as cheerful, Curious Cat as headstrong, Funky Monkey as a rage beta, Foxtrot kind, Mule as protective, Elephant as cautious, Mouse as quiet or timid, and Mother as overprotective. That's my word to describe each character.
I've seen a question, Sky, that you really need to answer.
Oh no.
Red Zamations asks, is Odd Dog autistic?
Probably.
He just like me for real.
I feel like he's more ADHD than autistic, but there's definitely, we'll see.
I like this one. This person, Elizabeth Gillette Russo asks, is Mother a vapor?
Mother does not vape. Mother's an alcoholic though. What does this donor say?
Overdose dog.
What?
Because OD.
Odd Dog spelled his name wrong. It's canonical. It's not because I don't know how to spell anything. Don't worry about that.
I like People are now arguing to add another Kickstarter goal to just let Funky Monkey have a gun.
We'll get $1 billion. We give Funky Monkey a gun.
And they, I like this one that says, "Mother is an alcoholic." Oh, Sky, who, GSCDDC asks, who is your favorite character?
I love them all. My favorite one to draw is Curious Cat because they're just easy. There will be a specific chapter where Odd Dog becomes my favorite character, but that's pretty far off. That's end of volume 1 kind of stuff. I like Mother as well. Mother is a badass. She is awesome. Funky Monkey is fun to write. He's my favorite one to write because it's just any rage bait I can think of. I just get Funky Monkey to do it. But yeah, they're all my favorite in some kind of way because I made them all. I love them all.
Is Foxtrot native? I mean, like, I'm pink and native. Foxtrot's pink. It makes sense. It makes sense. Actual question. Do any of them have catchphrases, their own or potentially applied by the house?
Do they have any catchphrases? I want Curious Cat to say as many cat puns as humanly possible in this thing. Are they going to be like, cat got your tongue, curiosity killed the cat, cat's got 9 lives.
Sky, we can do a watch through of Miraculous and just take them all from Cat Noir.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I like cats though. They've got so many puns you can work with.
I like this question. It's not related to anything. It's just us. Is Kipfun male or female? They sound like both. I am a guy. I'm a boy. I just wanted to read that out because it made me laugh.
We get a nickel for every time anything's been misgendered this stream.
As I believe it was either Chloe or Phoenix said the whole stream would be funded. We would be able to make an animated pilot with
that money.
with it.
God damn it. I'm sorry, my head to the music.
I'm having people ask again, what pronouns does Curious Cat use? And just gonna restate, Curious Cat is non-binary. Oh my god, you were vibing. But I sent in Skynix's server the other day a little drawing of Katie with the non-binary flag.
Let's go.
Which reminds me, Sky, maybe you should talk a little bit about the backer server and what's happening there.
Oh, the backer server. Let me talk about that. Okay, I'm switching over. Okay, Kickstarter. If anyone wants to donate to the Kickstarter and they don't have a lot of money, we have got the cheap tier, the fan club tier, $3 right here. That's only like $1 in USD or $2 in USD. But with this tier, you get access to the secret little Discord server fan club for the Backwards House. Now, invitations for this will be sent out as soon as the Kickstarter ends. We want to have a process so only people who back the Kickstarter can get in. So we will probably send out a survey with all the Kickstarter's usernames and then send them a link and then kind of verify them. But this little backer server, you will get access to. We'll have a bunch of things. All the team is in there. We will do little events. You'll get a bunch of behind the scenes access, all the designs for the environments, the characters, all that.
There is a ton of concept art in there if you want to be having a look at that.
That's where
it's only about $1 USD, which if you're interested in it, it's pretty worth at least backing our first tier.
That's where, if you're interested in anything behind the scenes or any updates, that's where I will be constantly posting updates, the progress on the comic. Anytime I work on it, I'll be putting little updates in there, and you'll get early access to the pages. Anytime a page is finished, it'll be put there.
$5 to do a backflip.
$5.
Also, are some of the characters outside of the cartoon dead? Some of them look like they've been there a long time.
That's a good question. Who knows? I do, but I won't tell you. Okay, no, the Discord server. We've already got 196 people gonna join that Discord server, so it'll be nice and fun. It'll be a nice, fun community. I hear that it is a good idea for people who work on comics, once they make a chapter, to hold off on releasing it for a while, just so you can have some backup chapters. But if you want those access to those chapters instantly, as soon as they're done, join the Discord server.
Producing TBH?
What was the question? Did it say most hard part or most fun part?
First of all, Lemon, you worked on this. Why did you donate that? It was Lemon.
Oh.
Where is it gone? I genuinely lost the question. Hello? Where did it go? And I've lost tracking too. That's awesome.
Everything's going wrong.
There we go. It was, what was the most difficult part of producing TBH?
Sorting out the production pipeline for a 2-week production schedule. For those who don't know, making a full chapter in 2 weeks is very difficult. So difficult, in fact, that it's actually impossible to do without a team of artists. And none of the artists worked full-time, which means we had to work around each other's schedules. So I had to gather information about every artist on the team, when and when they weren't available, exact times a week, because since we had me, cleanup artists, and background artists, a cleanup artist could only work on a page after the layouts were done, a background artist could only work on a page after the cleanups were done, and I could only composite a page after all of that was done. Organizing that pipeline was the most difficult part.
Critter to arrive before Curious Cat.
What was that question? Who was the most recent critter? I don't know.
Can you pay me twin starving in the basement?
That was me. Empathetic. They asked, was Empathetic Elephant the most recent critter to arrive before Curious Cat?
No, he wasn't. But you will find out who is. Eventually. Actually, pretty soon. Pretty soon. I think chapter 6, you might find that out. Who was the most recent critter besides Curious Cat? But it was an elephant. But, you know. You'll see. You'll find out.
I've seen a couple of people just asking, so I was just going, how was your day? How's your day been,
It's
Sky?
good. I'm having so much fun. I'm doing so much work on prepping things for Kickstarter, for prepping comic production, prepping marketing. It's so fun. I love working on this. It's just a dream come true right now.
I need to read this question. I need to read this one out so badly. You prepare yourself, Sky. Prepare yourself.
I'm prepared. Oh, hold on, there's a dono.
Wait. Oh, hold on. Let this go first.
I have a question. What was your inspiration? Also, you should hire me as composer Smirk.
The inspirations we got a couple times. Main one, Smiling Critters, Digital Circus, Omori, Promised Neverland are the main inspirations behind the comic concept. What was this question I've heard so much about?
Cystic Raptor asked, is Katie fat? If not, can they do a backflip and a front flip? I'm asking this because I want to draw them doing a backflip, and if they're fat, they're going to fall.
Oh my god. I reckon since Katie's a cat, they're probably very agile, because cats are known for being agile. So I'm sure Katie could pull off a backflip.
To be fair, my cat is a fat ass, and she can do some crazy... she can do a backflip.
Yeah.
So it could be both. Katie could be fat and able to do a backflip.
Kifrin's literally got the IRL Curious Cat. He's got a fucking black cat.
That's true. That's why you should join the Backwards House server. Donate the $3 New Zealand. People join that. When that goes live, I will take a photo of my cat with a bow on her tail, and then we'll have IRL Curious Cat.
I want to see that. That'd be fun. Okay, let's switch up this music. Let's go back to TV time. I love Delta in chapter 2 and 3 or 4 or whatever it was.
I cannot wait for it. All right, Daniel the Iceberg says, animate Funky Monkey hitting the gritty.
Oh my god, I had to animate Minecraft Steve hitting the gritty for a YouTube video. I'm never doing that again.
Didn't you have to learn how to use Toon Boom's perspective tools just for that?
Yeah, it was a nightmare.
What, like the guys in chapter 2 of the Backwards House?
I hate you so much.
Aw, boo.
Everything's a Backwards House reference now. Whenever someone says, to be honest, TBH, we're like, Backwards House? Is that from the Backwards House? Whenever someone says mother, we go, like, from the Backwards House?
My mother, yes, she went, wow, your cat's looking pretty curious, and I just went, like the Backwards House, and she just looked at me like I was crazy.
Are they too shy to talk, or did something happen to them?
I think that question was about Missy Mouse. Missy Mouse is a canonically mute character. They cannot talk, and they probably won't be able to talk because they are canonically mute. But they have other means of communicating, like putting up those stupid signs.
Okay, totally not in my old asks, who is most likely to explode?
Mighty Mule, because he's so full of anger because of Funky Monkey. He's gonna explode.
Grin the Griffin asks, do you think your story or series is gonna form a fandom?
Yeah, I hope so. It already has. We've been seeing so much fan work. We've been seeing edits popping up already. People making custom characters. I hope so. I love seeing everything. My dream is someone just makes a fan theory video about it. I would absolutely love to see that. People have been cooking up so many theories in the comments of the comic dub, and oh my, it's so fun reading them all, seeing what you guys think of like the mysteries and everything.
I've been sending every single one that makes me laugh or anything that gets even close to Sky, and I've just been watching him shit himself. It's really funny.
Baseball bat.
Yeah, I'll hit Odd Dog with a baseball bat, sure. I can work that in.
I'm so glad it's Odie Dog. That's awesome.
Goddamn
Overdose
Texas
Dog.
Beach.
Dun, dun, dun.
Look at me DJing.
What?
Soften the music.
What category of music would each characters listen to? Would they have a favorite song?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person about music, gang. I only listen to video game soundtrack and Has-Been Hotel.
And funk. And funk.
And funk.
You cannot forget the funk. I feel like this is important lore to share. Every time we're in call working on something, Sky usually leaves just a couple songs looping, and he keeps playing this one funk song to get him in the mood for working on the comic, and it's really funny.
I'm aura farming while drawing, man. We love it.
You are not aura
I'm
farming.
aura farming is what it is.
As someone has asked, in what year does the comic take place?
We have an answer to that, which you can actually find if you snoop around a little bit. You guys got to pay more attention. You guys got to actually zoom in on these things. But at the very
With your magnifying
very
glass out.
start of this thing, we've got a little date right around there, which, I mean, that might be when the comic takes place, or it might be when something else happens. I don't know. But that's a date. It's a date when something happened. So yeah, cook up some theories with that.
Oh my god, you're just frozen. Oh my god.
Someone asked where should you share fan art. You can put it in my Discord server, my Skynix Discord server, which is, I think it's linked on my channel somewhere. You can put it on Instagram, tag me on Instagram. We see it everywhere. We're constantly looking out for new background stuff. We've seen stuff on Tumblr. We've seen stuff on
I have
TikTok.
been snooping on every single social media site I have to try and find anything, and some of my friends who aren't working on this production have been finding it and then sending it to me. They're like, oh, Kifan, look what I found.
But yeah, if you make fan art, we'll see it, man. We scour the internet for that stuff.
Or at least we're trying. We can't always respond to everything, but the cast as a whole is looking for everything and sharing it amongst each other and talking about how cool it is.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's awesome.
Ooh. Hoverfish Speedrun asks, if you were a critter, what one would you be?
I would have to be an axolotl. I literally look like one of them. I'm just a marketable mascot already. I need an item of clothing though to match.
Yeah, you're butt naked next to me right now.
Do you have a
Put
problem
something
with that?
on.
No. Are you turtle?
Put a hat on. I'm sure that covers you up.
Yeah, I'd be an axolotl or a dragon or something like that. Someone donate. name.
Here's another $5 to have Mother do a backflip to dodge Funky Monkey's AK-47 blind gunfire.
Okay, you want Mother to do a backflip?
Also, can
I'll
we get
watch
your
this.
Falcon
Watch
merch?
this. Hold on. Mother, I forced you to come here. I'm gonna make you do a backflip.
Hello?
Chat is asking
Mother,
for
do a
Mother.
backflip.
Chat is asking for Mother to do a backflip. So I'm gonna make you do a backflip right now. Okay, you ready? Go, Mother, go! Wow! Alright, that was awesome. Okay, there they go. So for those of you who don't know, there's some of the voice actors in a different VC, so I just dragged Mother's voice actor in here. Oh, you got your $5 worth. There was the backflip.
That was incredible. Oh my
I
god.
can't wait for the VA stream.
They did ask at the end about like lapel pins and doing pin merchandise.
Oh, I don't have experience with that, but I think I know Kif when you do like have you done stuff
I
like that?
do. I haven't made it myself because manufacturing costs are too high, but I do know about it. And I was getting Sky to look into getting it made. That would be a merchandise later on down the line once the Kickstarter's done. Because, oh my god, I'm sure you guys in the chat have no idea, but getting pins and plushies manufactured is so expensive to like just get a demo of them, and then you have to pay per piece. But that's totally something we could look into if there was enough demand for it.
Yeah, do pens and stuff. I want to sell that at conventions. I want to order. Once the Kickstarter's over, I want to order more merch than we need, just so I can sell it at like cons and stuff. So one day, me and Kifwin are gonna go to a con together, and we'll sell back.
That's true. You're in Australia or New Zealand, you might see us tabling at a con to sell some merch.
Man, that's gonna be cool. I've never tabled
Probably
before.
next year or something.
So I would love to do that. I think it'd be fun.
Yoshi Poyer asks, where is Daddy? Did they
Did he say Daddy?
Yeah, I'm reading it as is. People have been asking about where we have Mother. Where's Father?
Where's Father? That's a good question. Who knows? Who knows if Father's even a character? We'll have to see. You'll have to wait and see, won't you?
I've seen a couple people asking if Funky Monkey is Funky Kong.
Funky Kong? Who's Funky Kong?
It's one of the characters from Donkey Kong.
Oh, god damn it.
I needed to Google Funky Kong.
Okay, I'll Google Funky Kong.
By the way, Funky Monkey with a gun is a reference to Palworld.
It's a
There's
reference
pal
of
in that
Power.
game that is a green monkey that can be upgraded with an AK-47.
Wait, there's a Power Green Monkey? Hold on. Power Green.
I had no idea. Pull this up right now.
Oh, it's Funky Monkey with a gun, and look at him. It's literally him. And that's Funky
Oh my god.
Kong.
There is no way. I mean, I understand Funky Kong as well because he's got like the glasses. That's awesome.
How long have we been streaming for, Kifwen?
I can't count. That's a great question.
I have to watch an
I don't
ad.
have enough. We don't have any Sky. We have like a total. We have like 10 fingers between us, I think. I have 8 and you have
I'm
2.
addicted to buying pins. Red heart, red heart, red
Oh, does it
heart.
not say how long we've been live for? Okay, we've been live. Okay, we've been an hour and a half. I'm sure we can ask a couple more questions.
Couple more questions and explode.
Yes.
Do you have the Deltarune explosion ready?
No, I don't. I'm not a streamer. I'm not a streamer. I'm a YouTuber. We're different. Dude, setting up this little stupid transition where we go up and down, that was so much harder than you guys would think. I hope you appreciate that.
You guys have no idea the actual hell that has been through to try and get things ready for this stream. I want to give the stupid context of I've just moved houses and I didn't have my internet working until very late last night. So I was terrified I was just gonna have to use mobile data for this stream, and I think Sky was preparing to kill me if I couldn't get my internet working.
Yeah. Nah, I'm doing that regardless.
Oh. I've seen someone just say, I would like to kick you, Skynix. How do you feel about that?
I can understand. I'm a very kickable little critter, aren't I?
That's true. I will be beating you.
What?
No, you sound so sad. All right. I think if anyone has any other questions to ask, that'd be a good time to do it.
How are you guys? Did you drink enough water? Did you eat enough food?
Yes, water. I've got water right next to me.
I have water next to me, but it picks up on my model
For the
when I'm
Kickstarter
drinking
tier
really
where you can
funny.
get your OC in the comic, to what extent will they be added?
Okay.
Just a cameo or something else?
Now there'll be a full-on character in the comic until end of time. So that mascot tiers that people have got, they will have a new mascot character that'll appear as kind of one of those main little mascot characters in the comic. They'll come in chapter 4, chapter 5 maybe, and then they'll just be one of those characters that exists in the Backwards house until the story ends. They probably won't have too much of a big role in the story. There'll be more background characters, but they will be there until the story ends.
I think it's really important to, if you think about the cost behind it, it is. Hold on, give me one second.
It's 3 chapters, so 10,000
Sorry.
NZD is 3 chapters of funding.
Yeah, so first of all, it funds a ton of work for us, but these characters will be in pretty much every single volume. Do you know how many drawings that will add up to?
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot.
You break it down and think about it like commissions.
Break it down?
And then all of a sudden,
Hold on.
yeah, bust it down.
Hold on, watch.
But if you think about it as getting individually commissioned character art, the price starts to make a little bit more sense.
Hold on, I can't reach the thing to turn the characters. There we go, we're busting it down.
Yeah.
Wow. There we go.
I've seen a couple people asking throughout this whole stream about characters' color choices and any intentions behind that. Do you have anything you can answer about that, Sky?
I'm gonna say Curious Cat. Black cats obviously represent bad luck. I think that was a pretty intentional choice. I do love a black cat because of what they represent. All the other characters, I think, were just colored. Their colors don't mean too much. I just think they look pretty. I wanted a very rainbow kind of overall color palette, so all the characters are different colors. And
It's because they're gay.
yeah.
That's not canon, I'm just saying that. Or is it? Who
Do you allow
knows?
PPL to sell fan art at cons?
Go for it. I'd love to see you selling fan art at cons. I'd love to see any art of this. I don't mind too much of you guys making money off of the IP. I just want to make it. As long as I get to keep making it, I'm happy.
I genuinely think that Sky, if he found anyone selling fan merchandise, would go and buy it himself and then show the whole team and tell us to all buy it as well.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Dude, if I go to a con and people are selling Backwards House merch, I would be ecstatic. I'd be like, hey, do you know who wrote that story? And I'd be like, hey, me. I did. And then they'd be like, who are you? Because I'm a faceless YouTuber and I don't show my face, so they wouldn't recognize me.
Yeah, they'd be scared by how tall you are compared to your actual model. Height leak.
God damn it. Hold on. Do you want actual Skynex height? I'll give you actual Skynex height right now. Watch this, watch this, watch this. Here we go. We're going... God damn it. I don't know how to mess with this. We're going tall. There we go. Here's real Skynex height.
What? This shows nothing. What are you talking about?
I'm taller. Look at...
Yeah, you've squished me as well. Now I look taller than you.
No, no one cares
Fun
about
fact, in person, I'm up to Skynex's shoulder. Like...
Yeah, the heights are reversed than what they are now.
Yeah.
We're going to say the rest of the stream like this, by the way. I hope you're okay with that, guys.
Oh,
I'll change it back. Ooh, oh shit, where are we?
I accidentally did the bite of 87 on my neighbor's baby. Now I have a lawsuit.
Oh, that's not good.
awesome.
Wait, is that a FNAF
What?
reference? Bro, they just pulled a FNAF reference.
What character is most likely to commit crime?
Funky Monkey. He threw pocket sand at Mighty Mule. He loves crime. He does crime.
V gay do crime.
Imagine a VR game set in TBH set up as a horror puzzle mystery, where you can customize your own character and interact with other characters.
That would be cool. I think any game would be cool for it. Ideally, the original vision was to make like an RPG game, like a Mori. That was the original vision I had for it. But I think it could work with other things.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
Sky.
Hi.
Watch out. I need my paycheck. I'm hungry.
I'm being a big friend.
I want to make it very clear, Sky pays us all very well and we are treated well as staff before anyone starts to try and make any actual controversy about that.
Oh no.
I just like being dramatic.
Yeah. No, I think it's very fun hiring people because then, you know, you get to work with a bunch of cool artists like Kiflin here, who's very cool.
Wow.
Okay, somewhat cool. I won't.
I'm sending a I'm sending a bomb to your house.
I'm gonna donate to you next, Kiflin. Be scared.
Ugh.
Oh. Yeah, hey 400 people in here, go subscribe to me. I'm cool.
God damn it. Bro's just here for the clout. Bro's clout farming.
You asked me to be here. What do you mean? Bro cannot accuse me of that.
God damn it. No, I would die on a stream by myself. I'm too self-conscious.
Just checked the OC tier. It's already gone.
Yeah, I
Will it be
saw
offered
that.
again if there's a volume 2?
It will not be offered again. I can only write so many characters into that plot.
The one that is still available is the Nightmare tier, which is about, I think it's about half the price of the OC tier.
Yeah, so there's 4 spots available for the Nightmare tier, which you can get your own like monster character into the comic. And if you get that tier, they will literally show up next chapter. I'm not joking. That's where they will be written in. So
if anyone wants to drop, what is it in USD? If anyone has a spare, it doesn't tell me. I'm in Australian dollars.
I don't know.
If anyone has a spare $2,000 and they want their freaky little nightmare to be featured in the next chapter, which will be hopefully out in the next few weeks.
After maybe.
Yeah, probably after the Kickstarter because there is still so much work to do. But if you want to be there as a freaky guy in the next chapter, give money.
Money.
We need to.
Wait, what? I didn't know you had that toggle. How many toggles do you have?
I only have the one set up. I forgot to set them up
sad
properly. I only have
toggle.
the sad one set up.
I've got a sad one too.
Oh, feed us.
Archer's
But
big funds.
The reason, as Sky has said before, for the Kickstarter is so not only can he keep on a consistent schedule, but also pay everyone
For shits and
fairly.
giggles, can you randomly bring one of the VAS into this live stream to mess with them?
Okay,
Also,
I'll
may
bring.
I be abducted to the basement
I'm
as
gonna.
well?
I'll bring the. Hold on. Who do I have? Let me go through my little VA list. Where are they? Let's see if Mother's still
Send
here.
them to the mines.
Mother, are you alive?
Mother, are you here?
Yeah.
Someone,
Yes.
someone donated and wanted one of the VAs to come here, so you're here now.
Okay. Hi.
What do you have to say, Mother?
Hi.
Incredible. And if you like that, you can see Mother in tomorrow's stream as well, voiced by Phoenix. That's gonna be a fun stream, isn't it? Are you looking forward to the VA stream, Mother?
I am. I very much am.
I'm gonna be moderating the chat to make sure people don't get too crazy.
That would be so crazy.
Guy keeps me in his basement. That's why he keeps summoning
No,
me.
you can't say that. There they go. I can't be talking about that.
Silenced.
Dude, I can't wait for you guys to see the rest of the PNG tubers. We were up a couple of nights ago making all those PNG tubers.
They're
for the voice
so
actors.
cute.
But yeah, okay. Let's do a rapid fire round of questions and then we'll end the stream.
Rapid fire.
I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. Let's find some. Are there any ones we haven't answered?
There's this one that says, will there be any references to like pop culture or popular movies in the comic?
There is an Undertale reference in the first chapter. I'll probably do that more. Let me show you that real quickly. Some people have already commented on it. If you played Undertale, you know, but all the way down here. It's a long comic. I'm going to keep scrolling for a while. There's so many pages, so much work. Right, there we go. Look at that. Is that a suspiciously shaped lamp over there? I wonder what reference that is. Now that is a silly little Undertale reference I put in. I'll reference whatever I feel like if I can write something silly, but yeah, maybe here and there we'll reference something.
Right, next question. Daniel the Iceberg asks, is something in chapters 1 to 2 really important that we've overlooked?
Yeah, there is a lot of things that are... I'm going to tell you my writing style. I heard an interview from the creator of Steven Universe once, and she said to get to the ending of Steven Universe, every episode she needed to introduce some of the rules of the world, some of the lore or plot relevant things, and only once you've watched every one of those episodes you will have enough knowledge to understand everything you need for the ending. So I introduce a lot. Every chapter is going to introduce something, a little tidbit of information you will need to understand to appreciate the ending of the story. So yes, there are things that you've overlooked that will definitely come in important later.
Penguin asks, why does Curious Cat have a bow on their tail?
Because it's cute! It's cute and marketable.
Let's see, what I lost another question I had. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? How much progress have you made on chapter 3? We got asked that.
We have a rough outline of a script, and we need a little bit more designs to make. But the entire process for making a chapter is, once the script is done, once the designs are done, we spend the first day storyboarding, the next couple of days layouting, and then the next week finishing everything. So once we start on a chapter, it only takes 2 weeks to make. Someone donated.
FNAF, lol.
FNAF lol. FNAF lol.
Golden President asks, who is most likely to get suddenly addicted to gambling?
I'll tell you who's suddenly going to get addicted to catnip. That's going to be Curious Cat. But I think Funky Monkey would love gambling.
Zeppy Nader asks, how many volumes do you plan on releasing if you had just an endless budget? Like you have unlimited money.
So the story has an ending, so I've got to get to that ending. I think the ending would probably be around either volume 4 or volume 8, just depending on my writing style, how fast-paced everything is. I've got to figure out how I've got to pace the story, but I reckon it's going to be 4 to 8 volumes in total.
Right. Milo asks, what are the cast members' hobbies?
Odd Dog obviously loves drawing. Curious Cat is a writer. There is someone who is a musician, which I won't tell you who. And other people, you'll have to find out. You'll see. We'll see.
I've seen someone ask this about 8 times already. Is Odd Dog addicted to drinking glue?
Yes, he is. He loves glue. It helps him. It helps him with his creativity. It gets his brain flowing.
Let's see. Someone asked, can you make Missy Mouse roar like a lion in a shitpost?
Oh, they make little mouse sounds though. It was so funny in the when the editor edited the comic dub, they gave Missy Mouse just these mouse sounds. I think that's perfect. Since they're a mute character, they can't speak, so they just do little squeaks. It's cute.
Let's see, what else is there? I've had a few people trying to ask if Mother's a vampire. Can you answer that?
I know people think that because of that one rule, which is like she can't enter some rooms, but you know, we'll see. She might have some trait, she might not. Who knows? You guys want spoilers, don't you? You just want me to spoil the whole story. I'm not going to do that.
I've seen this question by Cullen White, who says, will Curious Cat have to correct someone on the house of their gender?
No, maybe. I could do that as a little joke, but everyone's just using they, them pronouns for Curious Cat, so that's fine. It works.
Kelpie Under the Sea asks, will there ever be a wiki do you plan on using any of those fandom websites to make a fandom site yourself, or will you just kind of leave that up to fans to do?
If fans want to do that, I'd love to see them do it. I know someone already made a TV tropes page, like instantly for the Backwoods House, so we got that.
Also, we've got a Reddit page as well now.
Yeah, we got a Reddit
Shout out to
page.
the person who made that.
Yeah, so if anyone makes a wiki page, that'll be cool. It'll definitely be handy for keeping track of war stuff.
So is the story a isekai? Let me join.
Is it an
that basement.
isekai? It is an isekai because Katie gets sucked into a different world, don't they? God damn it! It's another isekai slop. No.
I can't wait for the content farms.
Okay, should we leave it there for today's stream? I think we answered a lot of
I reckon
questions.
that's to leave it. I'm sure if anyone else has any questions they want answered, they can ask it in your Discord server, or leave it in the comments and maybe we'll get to them. We've got a lot to work to do on the comic though, so don't expect everything to be answered.
Yeah, and make sure you guys tune in tomorrow for the voice actors stream. That one's gonna be a lot more chaotic and fun, and you can get the voice actors to do, like, I don't know, voice actor stuff. I don't know what we get voice actors to do on the stream. You get them to say silly things, silly little things.
Send them to the mines.
But yeah, thank you for joining this stream, everybody. I hope you like the comic. I hope you like the Backwoods House.
If you don't, we'll blow you
Yeah,
up.
we'll kill you. We'll come and get you.
You'll be sent to the Backwoods House yourself.
Okay. Bye-bye, everyone. We'll end this stream.
Bye bye.